Welcome to ENN On Air, our digital news show giving you the stories of today. I'm Ann Thyfault.
And I'm Max Howarth. Thank you for joining us.
Elon University will increase tuition and lodging and meal costs by 5.14% for the 2023 to 2024 academic year, according to an email from Elon University President Connie Book to parents. The announcement brought mixed reactions from the Elon community, as our Ellis Chandler reports.
The cost of college looks different for all students, and while some are wishing for a lower price tag, others are wishing for transparency.
There's no why. I mean, maybe they send it to our parents, but God forbid they send it to the people on this campus.
A 5.14% tuition increase brings the total cost of Elon close to $60,000 for the next academic year. Elon sophomore Ryan Cease said he knows the money goes toward initiatives like scholarships, but as a history major, he doesn't see a lot of those improvements in his Elon experience.
Is this going to be a continuing trend to go up like above like 2-3% every year? Because it's going to price people out of the university.
Elon sophomore Enrique Rocha is an Odyssey scholar and says he's confused about the increase.
I have a privilege to have like a scholarship on campus, but I still pay tuition. So to hear something for it to go up again, I mean, I just got to put in more work. I got to make more money, I guess. So, pay my tuition. But, I mean, hopefully it goes down, but I don't see it coming down. But
Elon Jr. Shreya Baru says she thinks the increase is fair considering the new improvements to campus.
Well, frankly, I think it's fair enough. We've seen a lot of development over the campus this year. They've introduced, the new innovation quad, and we're trying to attract a lot more students. And Elon is a nonprofit private school, so I think it's quite fair enough.
Student body president Nadine Jose says the tuition increase looks different for an upperclassman versus a freshman, that may be required to have some additional costs, such as a meal plan.
I think we're all in this together, and for some people it's an easier thing, and for some people it's much harder, and I think just giving each other grace and understanding when talking about financial things like this is really important, and not trying to minimize each other's struggles and stuff.
Ellis Chandler, Elon Local News.
Members of senior staff are still declining to comment on the increase at this time.
Meeting with John Dooley and Randy Williams is one of the ways Elon Black Student Union President and Senior Christina Carr wants to address the increase in the price of tuition. Carr says it's important to be solution-focused now. Step one is to build understanding between senior staff members and students.
Well, what does this mean? How does this benefit students? And how are we going to be working with students who who are at a point now where they're like, well, I can't afford to go to Elon anymore. What does that mean for them?
PSU usually meets with Dooley and Williams twice a semester. None of those meetings are on the calendar yet, but Carr says she will press them about this the next time they get together. If you'd like to visit the BSU office, it is on the first floor of the Mosley Student Center by the fireplace.
The rise in tuition is also concerning to high school students who are thinking about applying to Elon. Nicole and Cole Clark are mother and son from outside of Washington, D.C. The Clarks say they enjoyed their tour of Elon, and the new cost doesn't do much to sway their decision, but they are wondering what the end goal is and why students are bearing the financial burden.
I think it's still a strong option on my list. Yes, it's a tuition increase, but I think some things are worth sacrificing. But I mean, we'll just have to continue to see as far as how everything works out, really.
More students and Elon community reactions and a full breakdown of the tuition increase are now on our website at elonnewsnetwork.com.
As of today, the death toll has reached over 40,000. This is after a 7.8 magnitude earthquake that hit the Turkish and Syrian border last Monday. The initial quake and several strong aftershocks brought down thousands of buildings. According to national news outlets, emergency workers are still rescuing people from the debris. Elon professor Mustafa Akben is from Kahramanmaraş, Turkey. He says when he heard the news, he was shocked and worried about his family.
I tried to reach out to my father. However, it was very hard to reach out to them because all of these infrastructure just gone. After an hour or so, I finally reached out to them, and they were safe. However, they lost everything.
To read more details of Professor Akben's story, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Elon University softball dug up the dirt at Hunt Softball Park for the Elon Classic over the weekend to start their regular season. The team went 1-3, but the one win against the North Carolina Central Eagles was filled with excitement. Our Max Wallace reports.
In the bottom of the 6th inning, freshman utility player Mari Murray stepped up to the plate to pinch hit with the Phoenix at a 4-run deficit. Moments later, the game was back within 1.
I just saw it outside corner, and then I just swung and hit it.
Going into pinch hit in high-pressure moments is never easy, but for Murray, she says she had it under control from the moment she got the nod from head coach Kathy Bocock.
I was just ready and had a plan going up there, saying if I see it, see ball, hit ball.
After Murray's heroics, Bocock could not speak more highly of who she says is a freshman star.
She is a very, very talented young lady, and, you know, she just believes, and she just puts the ball in play and can make things happen for us.
Murray's inside-the-park homer didn't quite seal the deal for the Phoenix, and after another run came around to score, senior utility player Drew Menzer had a chance to give the Phoenix the lead. As she dug into the box, Menzer says she was just hoping to make solid contact.
It's thrown me low all game, and so I knew I had to make an adjustment, knew I could put it in the ground, and so, I mean, that was kind of just, I was hoping, you know, get it in the ground, pop it over somebody, and hope for the best.
Coming off a loss earlier in the afternoon and trailing in the late innings against the Eagles, Menzer says the team was just taking it one step at a time.
First one's behind us, just moving on to the next game, you know, we kind of stress, you know, game by game, pitch by pitch, so we had to just kind of put that behind us and focus on this one, and I think that's what we did.
The Phoenix were unable to carry the Magic into the second day of the Classic and dropped 3 out of 4 games on the weekend slate. It will have its next game this Wednesday at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Max Wallace, Elon Local News.
This win puts Bocock one step closer to the record books. She is now just 4 wins away from having the most wins in Elon softball history. Former head coach Patty Rodunez currently holds the record. She accomplished 277 wins in her 10 seasons with the maroon and gold.
The next game for the Elon softball team is away and tonight against Chapel Hill. The game is set to start at 5 p.m.
To read more about softball and the other teams that participate in spring sports, pick a copy of this week's special Spring Sports Edition of The Pendulum.
That's all we have for you this evening. Thanks again for watching ENN On Air.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on air, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.